We're trying a full face of new makeup today, and I am so excited. We've got the new Natasha Denona Zendo palette, the new Fenty concealers, and lots of other goodies. If you're like me and you love full face of first impressions videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I am here every week sharing my beauty habit with you. Let's go ahead and dive in. My skin is prepped and primed, and we're gonna start with foundation today. We're trying the Makeup Forever Watertone foundation. I picked up the shade Y218. This is the lightest shade they have, so fingers crossed that it works because there is nowhere else to go if it is too dark. Now, this claims to be light coverage, radiant finish, it says it's hydrating, and it says that it is even long lasting. I wanted to pick this up because I have not tried a Makeup Forever foundation in forever. I was kind of excited because I remember like the OG HD Makeup Forever foundation. That was my go-to foundation forever. I feel like it was everyone's go-to foundation. So I'm excited to try this out. We have to shake it really well, and let's see. All right, I brought you in a little closer to see this. First of all, let me just say, I don't remember Makeup Forever having this much fragrance in it. This is like super duper fragranced. It's actually a really nice light coverage. It looks really natural on the skin. It's definitely radiant. Color match is good. I'm not unimpressed. I'm not like super impressed, but I'm also not unimpressed. It blended out. It took me a little bit longer to blend it. I might have gone in with too much product. It's just I tried to put it on with my fingers and then blend it in, and I immediately, when I felt the consistency, it is so lightweight that I was like, it just doesn't feel like it's gonna work. So I actually took my foundation brush, picked it up, and put it on. It literally feels like water that you're putting on your face. So they have very aptly named it. I'm gonna do the other side really close in. I'm not even gonna try to use this with a sponge because I feel like it would just completely disappear. There is no way a sponge would not just completely eat this up. I don't know, I guess I could try it on the forehead. It's not eating it, but it just like, it pulls it back up with itself. So yeah, that's a no. I could tell. I was like, this is not gonna work with a sponge. So, this is not a bad little foundation for $37. Not bad. I will say that some of the radiance is kind of settling down. Like this side, it's getting a little flat, but it still has some good radiance to it. It just definitely does dry down a little bit. I also, on my forehead, I feel like it looks a little bit darker than it does down here. I don't know if it's gonna darken up on me or oxidize a little bit. It could just be maybe I got a little sun. I don't know. I wear a lot of sunscreen, so that would be pretty unlikely. But again, first impression's pretty good. So we're gonna do eyes today before concealer because we're trying a new palette, and when I try a new palette, I like to do the eyes first just in case there's a lot of fallout or something. So today we're using the Natasha Denona Zendo palette. I didn't get the last palette, the Circo Loco one, because it was just really bright, really colorful. Did not appeal to me. So the Zendo palette retails for $65. I'm just really drawn to all of these pinks over here, like these warm looking pinks. Just looks so beautiful, and I love that then you have like some of these like blue and turquoises. This just feels like a very on-trend palette for this summer. I think I want to go dramatic today, you guys, because I haven't in a long time. Let's try that. So I'm first going to go in with the shade Balance right here, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. Natasha Denona, you're always so pigmented, girl. Next, I'm going to deepen up my crease here with Zeal, the shade right here. It's like an olivey taupe color. Next, we're going to take the shade Yama right here. This has a very cool shift to it, like straight on. It looks very like champagne-y. And then as you shift and move the palette, it kind of turns like a rose gold. So naturally, that's the one I'm most drawn to. I'm going to try to pick this up straight with a short shader brush. Fingers crossed that that works. As everyone knows, I really don't like using my fingers for shadows. Please do not let me down, Natasha Denona. We're going to put this all over the lid. I really like that shade. I'm like really excited about this palette. There is so much dimension to this shade. It is really lovely. It's actually like making me excited to do like some more dramatic looks, like more dramatic than what I normally do. You guys know me. I'm really in love with this shade. There is just so much going on with this shade. It is fantastic. Would I even be me if I didn't do a shadow wing? Probably not. So we're going to do a shadow wing. There are so many cool colors in here. I'm like having a hard time picking, but I think I have settled on the shade Mindful. I want to do just a little bit more with this on the lower lash line, but first we're going to try this new concealer from Fenty, which I don't know if I just missed it, but at first I thought that it didn't specifically say it was a concealer, and I was like, is this just like a color corrector? I couldn't tell, and now I'm a little bit nervous. So we're going to see. This is the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Eye Brightener Concealer. Retails for $25. I bought the shades Golden Ivory and Rose Quartz. Right here is Rose Quartz, and you can see it does have some pinky to it, and then over here is Golden Ivory. It's not as yellow as I thought it would be, and the Rose Quartz is not as pinky as I thought it would be. So I don't know. I feel like I can get away with Rose Quartz, and we're going to try that one first. We're just going to go in. I can tell you immediately the consistency is much thicker than I generally like from a concealer. I mean, it's definitely brightening, and it's not really creasing yet. I just have this feeling that it's going to. I don't know if you guys are the same. Like when I put a concealer on, I can pretty much tell within the first 10 seconds if it's going to crease on me or not. That being said, the color Rose Quartz definitely works. So if you're really pale like me and you're a little worried that it looks too pinky, I think you're going to be fine. And it does look very brightening. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised that the shade match worked well. And definitely the Golden Ivory would have been way too dark to put on me. So I will probably give the Golden Ivory to my mother because she is not nearly as pale as I am. Let's go back into the Zendo palette with the shade Flow, and we're gonna put this on the lower lash line because I'm just interested to see how it looks. Why not? Let's try it out. I'm actually going to take the angled liner brush I used for my shadow wing on the top. I'm going to use that to kind of make like a double wing, I think. Oh, I really like that. That's fun. Before we jump into bronzer, I'm going to put on some of the Lilah B Lovingly Lip Hyaluronic Treatment Oil. I don't know. I just saw this and I thought, oh, I've never tried anything from Lilah B, and that looks really nice. So I'm just going to put some on. My lips seemingly, for some reason, have been drier this spring going into summer than they were in the winter. So let's find out if this is nice. It actually feels really good. I like that. It's got some weight to it and some stick to it. I'm excited to keep trying this. You guys, Benefit Hoola. Who remembers this stuff? So they're making a new one. This is the glow version, which I feel like this is either going to be really good or this is going to be really bad. Retails for $30. So this is a nice throwback with a twist. You guys, I'm going so light and it instantly looks like I have a bruise. Why, Benefit? Why? I definitely like that it has some glow to it rather than just being straight matte. But when I say I'm going in with like the tiniest amount of product and it's still splotching on me, that's a problem. Honestly, it's not that bad. I think that Benefit is suffering from something here that a lot of brands that have been around as long as Benefit has, when, you know, YouTube first got big back in like 2009, 2010. Anastasia is definitely one of them that has the same issue. Urban Decay. I feel like they had better quality back then compared to everything that we were used to. And then now the quality is just so up there, like even drugstore, that you really have to up your game. And I feel like some of them have just not been able to figure out like balancing their consistent brand identity that they built. They haven't figured out how to take that and elevate it. Benefit's like, we don't need your advice, Ashley. Thank you. It's not a bad bronzer. It's just that we have so many like amazing bronzers that just blend so seamlessly. Thinking about like the Charlotte Tilbury, like her bronzer, I mean, those are just top-notch bronzers. Next, we're gonna try a blush. This is the Hourglass Vanish blush. It retails for $46. So, I mean, this is a heck of a price tag for a blush, you guys. I got the shade Sacred. It is a coral peach. Let's just swatch this back. Oh, hey now. This is what dreams are made of. That shade is beautiful. I am really excited. I think this is one that you should warm up on the back of your hand and then pick it up from there. Let's try blending it with a brush. I mean, maybe I just screwed this up myself, but I'm gonna be honest, for $46, I would really expect this to just be super intuitive and very difficult to mess up. I have lots of blush sticks. This one from Westman Atelier, I can do what I just did. I can just put it on and then blend it out, and I have no issues. I don't have to warm it up on my hand first or put it on my hand or on a brush first. I don't know. I don't love this. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to warm it up on the back of my hand and then put it on. To me, it just would make no sense if you have a stick formula and then you can't put it on straight out of the stick. I don't understand why you put it in a stick then. Why didn't you put it in a pan? Am I crazy? No, I'm not crazy, but I do look like I'm very embarrassed. Well, I guess that's good. That it means it's a very natural flush. I feel like Hourglass is about to fall into the same trap that those daggum Bite Beauty blushes that I reviewed fell into, which is making a cream blush that is not nearly as good as all the 1,000 other cream blushes out there. It's just not very blendy. It kind of just wants to like stay and not blend. Wow, Hourglass. I cannot believe you're charging people $46 for this. This is actually highway robbery. This is not good. It's very pigmented. A tiny bit goes a long way. I will say that for it. There's a problem that I have when you have products that cost this much money and then they're not like very intuitive to work with. It should be easy to work with. It should be a no-brainer formula. Also, I feel like Hourglass always gets away with this crap of like, they're charging you $46 for a blush, which is comparable to luxury brands like Chanel blushes are $45. So the idea that they give you this like plastic packaging is kind of like, I don't know. I prefer it to have a little more weight to it or something. Hourglass has kind of not impressed me as much lately. Next up, we have a product from a brand that always impresses me with their packaging. It is Westman Atelier. This is their super loaded tinted highlight in Peau de Rosé. Now, Westman Atelier also makes a highlighter stick, and I hate that thing. And a lot of people really love it. And I think it is a terrible highlighter that just pulls up product from underneath it. So when I saw they had a different version of their highlighter, I decided to try it. This packaging from Westman Atelier is some of my favorite. It has so much weight to it. I love this one. You have this gold rim that is honestly so gorgeous. It does have a pretty high price point. Here is the color. I'm just gonna go in with my finger because that feels intuitive to me based on the way that they package this product. Okay, that's lovely, and it is not pulling up product underneath, so already I like it better than their lit up highlight stick. I do really like this, but I will say if you do have very textured cheeks, I feel like this might be a little bit metallic-y and might end up making you look more textured. I can just tell that because I can see a couple places where I see like pores, and I think that the highlight itself is accentuating that. I might steer clear of this. I think it's really beautiful. I like it on my skin. I would love to see what this tinted color looks like on its own or over some different blush shades, but I will say that I feel like it made that blush look much better. We're in the home stretch now. I have lip colors. All three of these are from the Chanel Summer Les Beiges line. We have the Rouge Coco Flash, and I bought 3 shades of this. So I got Dawn, Sunbeam, and Flame. I think I really clearly want to go with Sunbeam. I'm going to use Super Size Me lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a little bit of like a deeper nude. I just want something there to like just define my lips and have under this so that I have a really defined lip. All right, lip liner is on, and let's go in with Sunbeam. Ooh, I really like that. That is super pretty. I was a little nervous about this combination at first. I was like, did I pick the right lip liner? I think it's really good because it gives just enough definition to the lips that they still look substantial, because I just didn't want to go with something super sheer given that we went with this more dramatic eye look. Last but not least, I'm going to use this setting spray from Milani. This is the Make It Last Sunscreen Setting Spray. I don't know if this is new, but I saw it at Walgreens and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool because it has SPF 30. Oh, it definitely smells like sunscreen. Now it tastes like sunscreen in my mouth. Don't breathe, Ashley. Don't breathe. You know what? It was a nice thought. Never using this again. Also, I feel like I look greasy now. Nope, 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 nope. If you want to look more dewy, this would be good. Just hold your breath. You guys, there's so much sunscreen now on my Natasha Denona palette. Like, it's actually really sad. The Natasha Denona palette, it's a hit. I'm actually really excited to keep playing with this. I love the look that we got today. I was a little nervous. It's a little more colorful than I normally go for, but the color palette did really look so nice to me, and I'm excited. Like, this is gonna be fun to play with. And the foundation looks really nice, you guys. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I did not know what to expect. I'm definitely gonna keep trying it, and I love this lip color. It's just going great with everything. The cheeks, we're gonna see. I really think I might like the highlighter. That blush was just horrible, and the bronzer, I don't understand why we decided we wanted to go back to 2011, but all right, here we are. If you love first impressions videos like I do, be sure to check out my first impressions playlist. I hope to see you over there and in my next video. Until then, you take care of yourself. Bye.